And Rack, this is audio connects transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps of comments that are in response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things on YouTube and DeviantArt. Basically on YouTube and DeviantArt. Trigger warning: if you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. It's speech you hate. That's a different story. Excuse me. Let's continue on here. People getting things wrong. And we try to straighten out with basic Bible verses and with basic Bible verses and basic biology, and then get it off that. No, don't do that. Let's go. Let me see here. I'm telling them they don't go down the wrong path in life. I'm like, it's only the wrong path to you, with the evidence you keep showing over and over again that it is the wrong path. What you're saying is highly opinionated because I say it's highly opinionated. What I'm saying is highly opinionated, of course. It's opinion against opinion, but of course you show off fact all the time. I'm ticked off of that. Don't do that. I'm doing it. No, the Bible says it's bad too. I listen to abomination to the Lord, they do truly yours delight, Proverbs 12:22. What do you, the person, think? Do you think people are the only thing you think is people? They're not lying. Still deserve to be happy how they want to be. If they're not lying, then I would have no problem with them trying to be happy. But I've seen trans people's videos are posted in journal entries, and they show that they are. And then the person says, well, I view it like this. They didn't choose to have these problems or views of themselves. And you can choose to have views of yourselves, and you can change that. They do, and they can change that. They choose what to do with the inner conflict, though. Yes, they can choose that. If they choose to deal with it one way that's not hurting people, they don't have shoving a creed down there. Let's see here. On their throats. It's hurting people, so stop doing it. All you have to do is not do it yourself. Keep it to yourself. The fake love, right? They're like, no, real love. Thank you. I'll keep it to myself. Continue to preach. Let's go. Bible actively says not to force your release on someone else. Where in the Bible it doesn't say that. That old verse about if a seed doesn't like what you're saying, leave it. Yeah, probably that one next. Where? Not to force you by listening to someone else through lies. So don't. That's all I ask. Because of tolerance vocab. Adhere to your own beliefs through lies. Don't force others to come. But don't force others to conform to them, or else they'll be seen as wrong. The worst men in history have done that. Oh my God! If the Bible says not to force beliefs on others, why does it also say go into the world, preach the gospel to every creature? Mark 16:15. And if they're harming themselves, they are harming themselves, believing that they have to lie to have a good life. Go. I am all cool. It's very like, where? Just don't force it, don't put it out where someone can see it. It's the difference between someone just gave you an atheist viewpoints and believes and why that was what they believe versus they try to forcibly making you the atheist. The second isn't pleasant at all. And I like your second, man. Your second point. No, they're not harming themselves. Other than of course all the harm. Ignore that. Ignore binders. Mess with blood flow. Ignore the whole psychological harm that's being caused by them being like, oh no, something wrong, but nothing is. Ignore all that stuff they try to do. Ignore that stuff. The anger, the hatred over fully functional bodies. That are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Ignore that, bad thought process. Ignore it. Like, nope. Then you want, what harm are they getting on that person by being who they are on the inside through lies? They can be who they are on the inside without transitioning because they already are. They just have to get used to the body they have. I say, it's one way to deal with it. Yes, that's how I did. But at some point you have to accept that someone might not want to do it. They might want to do it differently. That's wrong. If it's something something they dream of so badly, let them indulge through lies. No. If it makes them happy, and if they want to transition, let them. No. It's lies. They don't have to, because then they don't have to. Don't do it. Well, to be fair, none of us have to do anything. Everyone just has the consequences, and we choose what we want to deal with. Stick with dealing with fighting against the dark side, but not lying. They're not attacking you for not being trans or anything. They are. They're attacking me because I'm saying stop doing what you're doing. That's not bad news. They want to be left alone about it so they can lie more because it's not their defining personality trait, other than the fact that they are so up in arms about it that if they don't do it, they say they'll die. It's so sad when they say that. A person's happiness is not as important as their mental health, and a person's mental health is best served by accepting reality. Next. The reality that it's the body you get and lying about it is wrong. A person's mental health is best served by addressing their problems and satisfying it, actually. Not through lies. This ain't even useless. I got a psychology textbook with me, and those are wrong, so screw those. What's getting on here? Not through lies, I say. I'm talking about lying to yourself about wanting to be a man or woman. I'm talking about learning that dysphoria is lying to people, and you have to learn to resist it because it tempts you to lie as well. I don't think your way is invalid, because that's the way I deal with my own crisis of identity with my gender. I'm just saying that there's other ways of dealing with it, and that's because you don't like it doesn't make it wrong. No, it's not just because I don't like it, it's because the Bible says that wrong. And see, that's what it does to people. Messes them up bad. Nope, doesn't do any good. If you can tell them to lie themselves about not wanting to be a man or woman, I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't stop lying about biological sex. You want to be one, yes, but you will never be one, so let it go. I think I can tell you to deal with the lies that they're presenting as one. Nope, doesn't work. You don't have to like them, but the very least you can do is show some tolerance for someone trying to pursue their happiness through lies. I know, no tolerance for that. I said not through lies. I'm not talking about lying to yourself about wanting to be a man or woman. I'm talking about learning the dysphoria is lying to people. You have to learn to resist it because it tempts you to sin. Nope. I mean, are you trying to tell a person with a new DID to stop acting like they're someone else? I don't know what that means. I thought not. These are psychological problems. Psychological problems are dealt with psychologically, not physically. Not spilled milk. You just get over it and snap your fingers. And versus, I can tell them that disassociation won't help them if they need to learn to deal with their trauma in a healthy way. Yeah, that was the end of the conversation. Person, male or female, I don't know, was having issues because they're learning about the tolerance bullcrap. Okay, tolerance basically says, so if you don't want to do something, you don't do it. But don't say someone else. Tell someone else that's wrong, because of course I'll be spreading the gospel of Christ. So yeah, don't do that. No, go spread the gospel of Christ. Sorry. Let's continue on here. There was like a thing. These two men who want to be women, boys who want to be girls. Who look very much like girls. Their disguise is very well done. But they were on I was linked to them by a girl who wants to be a boy. On DeviantArt, and she's like, "Yeah, look at these two ladies. Look at these podcasts. These two ladies, they will help you understand what's going on with us trans people." And then I saw that stuff, and I say, "Reparations for trans people? Bull crap! They chose to give in that temptation to sin. We should not pay for their mistakes, because that's like one of the things that they were saying. Those boys were saying. They were saying, there should be reparations. The government should pay money to give us money because basically we were hurt by people saying what we're doing is wrong. There are some people that are sent to places because they're deemed psychologically unstable, because they're thinking about mutilating their bodies so they can lie more effectively. I'm like, yeah, that's wrong. Stop doing it. And then someone says fart noises, and I say, oh, great, rebuttal. I'm talking about not giving tax money to people who choose to mess their lives up, and you are making fart noises. Thank you. DeviantArt, let's go. Transgender WTF comments, part 1. Whatever makes you happy, says somebody, so you're a girl who likes to look like a man for the most part. That's fine with me. But you look at a lot of affects physical gender. But yeah, that was before I realized what was going on. The lies and stuff. That was before I learned about that. Physical gender is male. Physical gender. The lie she's making about herself is male. His disguise is her disguise is male. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, she looks like a man, but that doesn't mean she is one. Like they said in their art, even though they transitioned, they're a real guy through life, and they have always been that way. So how does that make them a female? Because she is physically female. Nothing she can do to change that. You surgery to change that, which she has done. You're being stupid through truth. You see, when a female is cut on, and parts of them are removed, that doesn't make them not female anymore. They're just damaged now. So they're male now, right? I like no. Nope. That people had to get surgery to lie is very telling of your education on the topic. Yeah, very, very good education. Also, I added my original comment to this girl's meme. I do not like that you're trying to look like a man. That's deceptive. That isn't a girl. The fact you're born with ovaries. You're just really controlling over people's bodies by telling the truth about them. There's no deception, because all the disguises and stuff she has to deal with every day. She has to basically say, hide her breasts. You know, they take testosterone so children menstruate, and basically try to make her voice sound deep like a man's voice, and then cut her hair short and hide her curves and say that she lie and say she's a man. Yeah, there's all kinds of deception. Other than that, there's no deception. Stuff to justify that. So I'm right then. Hey, you were ignorant as F. I'm glad you could